Hey guys, it's the Double Chen Show. We are here now. This is our new home.
That's right. Kind of feels weird saying it, but it doesn't.
Yeah, so by this time there should have been at least a couple videos up. If not, this could be the first. I'm not really sure yet because we're filming a bunch in the span of little time.
That's right.
But let me ask you.
Yeah.
How's your relationship going? How's your girlfriend? Are we going to be hearing wedding bells soon?
It's going good, man. That's a pretty personal question. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Because I just wanted to see if you're going to have a traditional wedding or not, because you can dress up in a nice cheap house. There could be tea ceremonies, all that.
I think that would be great. I mean, I love traditions. I love doing tea ceremonies. So yeah.
You are lucky actually because I think you and Yi's wedding will be relatively tame. But there are some wedding customs out there that may make you or your wife dread your own wedding day. Today we're gonna share with you guys some of the strangest Asian wedding customs.
We first head to China for our first weird custom, a tearjerker wedding.
Crying at a wedding is nothing new, but what the brides and the females of the Tujia ethnic group does takes it to a whole new level.
This ritual is called 坐堂, or sitting in the hall. Literally, this means that the bride is required to sit in a hall and cry. For a whole month before the big day, the girl walks into a large hall each night and weeps for about an hour.
Oh, that sounds like, my typical Saturday night. Just kidding. Does not happen.
That's true.
Ever. And about 10 days after that, it gets louder as her mother joins her and the two cry together, which, wouldn't that be awkward? I mean, do you want to really cry with your parents? That's kind of awkward, right?
But
especially Asian parents.
It gets even weirder than this, guys.
Because another 10 days later, the grandmother joins the crying party. Then the bride's sisters and basically every female in the family join in the cry fest.
And the crying isn't just random, okay? The women weep in different tones and it becomes like a song of sorts. The song is actually called the Crying Marriage Song and it's supposed to be an expression of joy. How would that sound like?
Anyway, this is a very important custom to the Tujia people. Whether a girl can cry about her marriage has become a criterion to value the girl's ability and virtue.
This custom is said to have originated during the Warring States period when historical records reveal that the princess of the Zhao state was to be married into the Yan state. At the moment of the princess's departure, her mother is said to have cried at her feet, asking her to return home as soon as possible, and this is said to be the first crying marriage ever.
Number 2, kill the little chick. Yes, I'm afraid this is literally what it sounds like. The Da'ar ethnic group that live in Inner Mongolia choose the wedding date by forcing the bride and the groom to, yes, kill a baby chick as a sign of unity. They do this by holding the knife together while they, cut the chick kill it. It's kind of like cutting a super adorable furry wedding cake.
But it's like alive.
But yeah, it's just, why do you do that?
Yeah, it gets worse, guys. After they kill the chick, then they proceed to gut it and inspect its liver. If the liver looks good, then they are allowed to set a date for the wedding. If not, then they just don't get married.
I wish that was true. If it doesn't look good, guess what happens? If it doesn't look good, then they kill another chick until they find one that has a good-looking liver. Which brings the question, what is a good-looking liver? I mean, is that like the Brad Pitts of livers?
And also, what if they go through like 20, 30 chicks and didn't find a liver? At that point, I'd be like, should these two even get married?
Yeah, I don't know.
Next, we have shooting arrows at the bride. If you're a guy and belong to the Yugu ethnic group and don't know how to use a bow and arrow, then you might not be able to get married at all, or you might end up killing your bride.
The Yugu people hold grand wedding ceremonies which last for 2 days for regular people and several days for the rich. One of the customs during the celebration is when the groom shoots 3 arrows at his bride or to his bride's general direction and then breaks the arrows and the bow during the wedding ceremony. According to their culture, this means they will love and live with each other forever.
And don't worry guys, the arrows don't have arrowheads on them, so no one really gets hurt.
Also, I just want to say, even an arrow without an arrowhead, if that hits you, that still hurts.
It might hurt actually.
Now we move on to India, and number 4 on our list, stealing shoes. In parts of India, the groom is required to take off his shoes before approaching the wedding altar. As soon as he does it, it's battle on.
Immediately, everyone from the groom's side of the family will try to protect the shoe, and the bride's family will try to steal it.
If the bride's family succeeds, then the groom ultimately has to pay a ransom to get the shoes back. So basically a massive rugby match right there at the wedding.
Okay, I could totally see like the family basically getting together and be like, guys, we don't want to pay this ransom, you know, and they have plays.
How much of it could it be?
I don't know.
Must be significant to be, fighting like that. Next, this one is really crazy. Marrying a tree or a clay pot. This is a wedding ritual carried out by the Hindus, and this is crazy because the bride actually does marry a tree. Yeah, a real tree. Most Hindus believe that a woman born as a Manglik, an astrological combination of Mars and Saturn, both under the 7th house, is cursed and can cause her husband's death.
Therefore, in order to ward off this curse, she is married to a tree first or a clay pot, which is then later destroyed to break the curse. Even the famous Bollywood actress Aishwarya Rai Bachchan married a tree first before getting married to Abhishek Bachchan.
And number 6 on our list, beating the groom's feet. The ritual of beating the groom's feet takes place after the wedding ceremony in South Korea.
The groom's friends remove his shoes and tie his feet together with a rope or sash. Then they lift his legs off the ground and start beating the soles of his feet with a stick or fish.
This custom is believed to give the groom more energy. Also, the groom is often asked questions and quizzed during the test. You know, this actually reminds me of my childhood where I would get beat and I would get test questions thrown at me.
Were you ever beat with a fish?
No, because that's a waste of food.
Oh, that's right.
Asian families won't do that. I mean, they won't beat you with things that they can actually eat.
Moving on to Indonesia, and number 7 on our list, toilet paper. Okay, listen to this, guys. Indonesian honeymooners are housebound for 3 days and nights following the wedding and are not allowed to use the toilet.
So that's no number 2s, which
Right.
is already insane. But okay, maybe that's doable. But also, no number 1s. Nothing at all. And to prevent the couple from actually using the toilet, the couple is watched over and is allowed minimal amounts of food and drink. If the custom is not practiced, they believe it will bring bad luck to the couple, with consequences such as a broken marriage, infidelity, or death of their children. You know, I think if this custom is practiced, it might bring, the bad luck of a broken bladder.
Yeah, I mean, isn't this kind of dangerous to not go 2 or 1 for days?
That's crazy.
Here's another one, guys. Have you ever heard of the washing feet ceremony? That's right.
Yeah, well, let me ask all our female viewers out there. When you marry your guy and you love him so very much, but let me ask you, do you love him enough to wash his feet in front of all your relatives, family, and friends at your wedding?
We've seen this differ amongst different Asian cultures. Sometimes the guy steps on an egg.
Yep.
In some cultures, they wash each other's feet.
Yeah.
There's rose petals in there. And of course, everyone's watching.
Yeah, that's kind of, you definitely don't want to show up with gross feet. All right, guys, there you go. Those are some of the strangest wedding customs around Asia. If you know of any other ones or any other customs from around the world, I know there's a lot. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. All the info is in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. See you.
Later.